you, they play better and harder when they go up against Optic and Envy than any other team.
Yeah, that's for sure. And if they could bring that mindset to the table for every single team that they're playing, then that would be great. I'm going to switch on over to Denoxide and see what he's going to be able to do since we were highlighting him. It looks like he's going to be pressing outside for the overshield. Multiple players for Optic going out there as well. That's going to be 3 players. Snakebite, Lethal, and it looks like Royal 2 is out there as well. Royal 2 is going to grab that overshield right around that 38 mark. And look at this play coming in from Denoxide. Very sneaky. He's going to show right there on radar, but I think he was expecting the player with the overshield to push outside and try to go around for the flank, and he was going to go for the assassination. So doesn't end up working as they capture both side bases for Str8 Rippin. Pit's going to go on over to Optic Gaming, and they're also going to capture the red base. So those points not going to last long for Str8, but at least they're able to get something on the board here and a couple slays.
Yeah, they did pick up a numbers advantage here. Red base now. Are they going to go for Pit or are they going to go for the side base? We'll find out what they decide to do. Optic Gaming is in great position to stop both of the attempts here, so they need to make sure they get some slays here before they do anything else.
Yeah, a lot of that was because of Snakebite's positioning with the overshield. The key here for Str8 Rippin is to not give up the triple cap. So I like what APG's doing. He's kind of locking down that outside area, waiting for people to kind of push in. He senses the flank coming around the outside, so they're not really committing all the way over towards the pit. Hines as well smells that something's up, so he's going to rotate on over as Frosty's going to get that perfect right onto Ace. Denoxide finds a kill onto Lethal, and now it looks like Optic Gaming has pressed their advantages, has gotten a triple cap. It's not going to last very long. It looks like Str8 Rippin's going to go for the red side, but that's just textbook execution coming in from Optic Gaming. Again, all of this having to do with because they secured the overshield in the beginning of the game. Str8 Rippin, they did go for the side base. It worked out just temporarily, but just way too strong on the execution levels for Optic.
Yeah, you can just see such great bait and switch action now as Frosty starts to push in on a collapse of the base. Snakebite there and Frosty go in to red base to try to focus on this one. And sure enough, they might be able to start some motions here. Royal 2, rather than charge in and die, he's just working on a great flank here. Not going to be able to fully connect on the plasma pistol on Ace. Pit's so close to being taken, but everybody's collapsing it. Somebody walked out of the hill, and it will go over to Str8. But as you see in the kill feed,
Snakebite.
3 were just dead.
Str8. Everyone from Str8 was sitting on the high end of the pit, and they needed to man up and go for Snakebite, who was one-shot crouching in the pit, contesting the other time. He contested so long. Nice trade there from Royal 2 onto APG. But they contested so long, Snakebite did, that it bought so much time for his teammates to come in there and fill the role that he was filling as well. So just perfect execution from Optic, and Str8 just not being aggressive enough.
Oh, but you can see the callouts are definitely coming here. Snakebite getting called out, but the great barrel placement keeps him alive, and he perfects APG. Snakebite, we talk about why he's the best player in the game, and he's about to win a 2v1 situation potentially.
Yeah, and he's going to live through that. And then Denoxide trying to come in with the cleanup, but he just backs his way up, calls it out. Frosty's coming in with the cleanup, and now Str8 Rippin's going to capture the side base and put maybe a point or two on the board. But again, just not going to last very long. As when things are going well, apparently they're going great here for Snakebite, is he's going to catch a barrel kill there onto Ace and now rotate with the battle rifle over here. This is looking like a triple cap unless Denoxide's magically going to be able to come in with the cleanup, and he does. Help comes in from the alleyway as Frosty, all he's doing right there is locking down spawns. Optic Gaming, they know what's up. They want to just wait for these players to push into the pit. As soon as that starts to rack up, that's when they're going to toss the grenades. However, if you're Str8 Rippin, you need to rotate outside here. That's what they're doing. Ace comes in. Snakebite gets a pretty solid flank over here in front of Blue, though, so this is really throwing these guys off. And look at Frosty. All he's doing is just defending pit, contesting it, waiting for players to pop in there because it'll show. And once they realize from Str8 Rippin that they're not capping it, they're going to have to overextend and figure out where that's coming from. And look at this, they're not even putting points on the board yet because Frosty's just playing so sneaky.
And look at that, the help comes in from behind him. Luckily, Str8 will be able to clean up that kill, but Frosty was sitting there for what, 30 seconds or so, bottom center, just contesting the hill. Nobody from Str8 able to push in quite yet at that time. They will go ahead and be able to secure this one, so finally getting
control of it. It's a late overshield too.
It is very late, so this could be the last overshield for Str8 if they're not able to get something going here. Royal 2's clutch grab here. Hines takes a player, no shields. Camo does go over to Str8, but we'll see which one's going to be more impactful this time around. Camo
grab the green gun.
Not so far.
Not sure about that play. Definitely could have contested pit there. Probably could have grabbed the green gun. It's one of the things that worries me for Str8 Rippin is that they need to have a counter strategy towards the overshield. Getting the camo is one thing, but APG just goes in for a simple cleanup and then doesn't really know what to do after that because no one on Str8 Rippin has provided enough information. So that's where they have to focus on getting the green gun, realizing where that overshield player is, and then taking advantage of the map. It seems like they're playing just a little bit too scared, giving Optic a little bit too respect in 2 moments of this game, and that's why they're getting punished so badly. Yeah, and as you can see here, we're on board with Lethal. He's focusing on capturing red base. He's got a 1v1 going, and he picks up yet another perfect kill here. And that's just going to be Optic Gaming doing Optic Gaming-like things as they're still racking up these points, and it just doesn't seem like Str8's able to grab any kind of footing. They're doing a good job getting kills and slays on the Str8 Rippin side. They're not getting heavily outslayed. It's just that once that's happening, they're not able to find the last 2 players fast enough, and the other 2 players are playing extremely sneaky. Str8 Rippin somehow able to get the pit. That's the 3rd time that they've been able to take this. Let's see how long that it actually lasts, though. APG finds a kill onto Royal 2. Denoxide, where's his rotation going to come in from? It's going to be outside over here, waiting from the players from Optic to push along. He gets hit with a hit marker, though, grenade hit marker, so now Snakebite's going to have that information. Frosty spreading out as well. Everyone should pay attention to this with the player outlines on what is the play here for Optic Gaming, the best team in the world, to retake the pit, one of the hardest things to retake, and it's Snakebite staying alive in an instance that he probably shouldn't have. And just reminds me of what we were talking about, Kyle. How do you come back? Either you stay alive when you shouldn't have, the other team made a mistake, or you built yourself around the power-ups. And it looks like Optic Gaming is going to close this one out. Str8 Rippin capturing that side base. It's not going to be in time. Optic had the rotation in anyway. 100-25. Very, very strong game coming out of Optic. Yeah, I mean, no surprise. Optic, obviously best team in the world here. Not as convincing of a victory as we saw in that game number 1, EG over Envy, but Optic Gaming just doing what they always do. And we'll take a look at the stats here and kind of break down what we can see happening. Pretty much everyone from Optic doing a fantastic job. Snakebite 12, 12, and 10. So only being +2, but having by far the most assists in the game. And we saw just how impactful he can be. If you're able to take 2 players from the opposing team out of the fight, essentially, for a long period of time, like right here we're watching, this was the example, and just pick up those kills, it completely changes everything. Yeah. These games aren't that long. It was a 6-minute, 52-second game, and a good minute of that was controlled by Snakebite winning 2 individual fights. I just felt like Str8 was showing too much respect, playing a little bit too timid. Optic Gaming has him a little bit scared. Can't play Optic's game. No, you can't play Optic's game at all, but the big moment there, obviously Snakebite in 2 very crucial plays. He stayed alive there at the turbine at the end, and then he crouched in the pit and contested for quite a long time. Those 2 little plays right there really opened up. Yeah, that barrel play that we saw the highlight of, that was sick, but just those 2 really minor things ended up being major differences for Optic Gaming, and that's, again, why Snakebite is so valuable to this team, and that's why at Daytona they weren't as strong, because those aren't plays that you make when you're a little bit discombobulated with a cold and things like that. Those were very clear, decisive movements. Even things that we've never seen before, like, you know, hitting the barrel for some reason, and then all of a sudden Frosty just crouching and contesting pit when it looked like he should have been helping for quite some time. So very smart plays coming in from Optic, and now Str8 going to have to bounce back here on Truth Slayer. Hey, I think it's something they'll be able to do, though. This is a game type that we've seen Optic consistently lose, I want to say. I know they fell short to Envy. It's been a couple of the deciding, tie-breaking games, and this is going to be a good opportunity for Str8 to jump right back into the series. Seems like Optic was ready for the pink push coming in from Heinz and APG. They've been doing that pink push for quite some time. It's not going to work out for him. Ace, he ended up anchoring back at the base. He gets a kill onto Frosty. Denoxide tried to push over towards the car side. Didn't end up working. At least Str8 was able to burn the camo. That's the one positive for them. But here is the push coming out towards the car side. It looks like Lethal and another player are above him, P2. They're going to try to collapse into this base onto, it looks like, Denoxide, who is inside of the window. And now other players are pushing out car side. So this could work out for Str8 Rippin if they're able to get possibly towards top center, but no one there quite yet. And Frosty picks up a double kill on Heinz and APG.
Yeah, so it's going to be back to square one here for Str8. They got to reset, wait for everyone to come off spawn, and essentially do the same thing again and just hope for better results. They do not want to give up an opportunity to just have Optic pick up kills and start securing a larger lead here. They need to get this kill on Lethal and Snakebite. He's actually over side of the base. You can see that player outline jumping all around. 3 players, and he's just being such a distraction. It's absurd.
Ace, let's see what he's going to be able to bring to the table. Can they bring it back here for Str8 Rippin? Only down 2 kills as a trade comes in. Frosty for Heinz's life, and now Pink Control is the focus for both of these teams. I love how there's a player sitting in the opposing window anchoring, but that player not able to lay down shots as multiple people push up P2. Ace takes them both to 1 shot, but where is the cleanup? Denoxide was in position, but he is not able to find where these players are. Finds Lethal, now looking for possibly Royal 2. Royal 2, he's aware of where Denoxide's going. P3 not an option here for Str8 Rippin, as you do have Royal 2 just locking down this top center area. 4-kill lead for Optic with Camo coming up. Str8's gonna have to make their way over towards Pink. Getting that kill onto Frosty may open up the map for these guys to push on.
I mean, if Ace was able to secure that double kill in Pink, this could be looking, you know, entirely different. But what I'm kind of honestly most impressed by is this game's still really close, and it seems like Optic's held the lead, and Str8's been playing on their back feet. So APG running up, grabbing and burning that Camo. I do like that play. We saw that backfire from Eco earlier when he died waiting for that Camo and actually fell into the enemy team's hands.
Yeah, very important to sacrifice your life for that camouflage. Good play by APG. Just unfortunately for Str8 Rippin, like you said, they weren't able to get that double kill. Ace had 2 players, no shields in Pink. If they cleared that out, we're looking at a completely different set of circumstances here as Royal 2 gets caught out, no shields, top center. Heinz with the crispy shots over there. Royal 2's gonna drop. Heinz comes in with the cleanup, gets a distraction medal, and look at that, the last 2 players for Optic Gaming are actually on Heinz's tail, so this is a good opportunity for Str8 Rippin to get some sort of map control. Nice job staying alive even for a second there by Snakebite. Lethal's gonna drop to Heinz as well. Double kill coming in from Heinz. Can they get into Pink though? They do. So Ace coming in, Heinz with the reinforcements. Very heads up plays coming in from Str8 Rippin. Let's see what the play is from Optic to retake this over here. Possibly a car 2 push. Frosty over there. He's challenging a little bit too much. Heinz is gonna punish him for that. And now the rotation coming in from Optic over towards the blue side of the map. So Str8 Rippin gonna have to be aware of this. If they can clear this out, they're gonna have them on the spawn trap.
Yeah, Str8 Rippin's definitely doing a good job at slowing things down, but is it going to be what they need to be doing in this situation? Because like we said, you can't play Optic's game and expect to win. They are the best at doing that, playing their own style here. Str8 really needs to find what's working for them and try to take advantage and you know, essentially overwhelm Optic with aggression.
Nice play by Heinz. He's racking up some serious kills over here. Back-to-back doubles. The other player pushed up towards the street, and Heinz is looking over towards the car side, and both of the players are going to drop. 3 players for Str8 Rippin dropping there. Those are the instances when you get the numbers, you have to find those last 2 guys and single them out instead of just dropping and trading kills. So a missed opportunity there with the Camo coming up and losing Pink Control right when that's happening.
Oh no, and Snakebite with the shots onto Denoxide just completely melts him. He's below the base. It's a situation where you absolutely need to get the kill. And, you know, back to the swing action. I feel like we've been talking about swings a lot here today, but if he killed Snakebite, there's a good chance Pink Control might have moved over to Str8. That Camo could have found its way into somebody else's hands, but instead Snakebite just racking up the kills. He is sitting right now at 7, 6, and 4. So just picking up assists, picking up kills along the way here.
Yeah, Heinz is having himself a solid game as well. I believe he's sitting at 10 and 7. Meanwhile, running through the rest, APG and Denoxide sitting at a combined 7 and 17. So looking for these guys to step it up here. Still plenty of time for them to get it going. Denoxide finding a kill onto Lethal. It starts with killing this guy right in front of him. Snakebite and APG, he's going to spot him out with the grenade. However, Snakebite has all of these players 1 shot. He's going to pick up 2. APG is going to be the 3rd. The last player alive is going to be Heinz. He's going to drop all 4 dead for Str8 Rippin and make that an 11-kill lead now for Optic.
Yeah, I mean, and they're even lucky that they got that kill or that trade on to Lethal. Heinz just had the perfect shots there, grabs that one, but that was a perfect, that was textbook collapse coming out of Optic Gaming here when they pushed over to car side.
That's for sure. So now Snakebite is trying to get something going with the flank. He's going to drop immediately. Heads up play there by Str8 to shut that down. However, they have numerous flankers, one underneath the base, one on top of the base. He's trying to chase down Heinz. Heinz had some pretty good shots all game, so you got to be careful challenging that one. Frosty realizing that he's going to have to back down. Now he's even challenging where Royal 2 is at. Heinz still just jumping up and down underneath the base, trying to live. Denoxide trying to help as much as he can, P2, but look at that teamwork coming in from Optic. Snakebite even drops Heinz for all that, and Frosty getting that wingman medal. Now you can see, look at that, when they get 2 dead, they immediately start collapsing. However, Str8 Rippin is on top of that top center push. Must have had him on death screen.
Yeah, that was definitely good for them to try to get numbers and map control again. They're starting to push out of the base. Game is not over yet. You can see some of those big swings happen, and I just said swinging it, but you can see some of in when you start getting in numbers. I just in my head.
Depression setting in immediately as Kyle's casting career just crumbles in front of us.
Oh, would you see Ace not able to secure the kill onto the camo player? Roll 2 hiding down
big swing.
P1. That was quite a swing. That was a seesaw, Tom, if I've ever seen one before, as just once again, Optic Gaming just playing such good Halo.
Yeah, we'll see if they're going to be able to close this one out in dominating fashion. Anything less than 35 kills usually speaks to a pretty solid win there. Royal 2 going in with a little 360 ground pound. This one's pretty much all over, just because of a couple minor mistakes again coming in from Str8 Rippin, but once it hit that 30 mark, really Optic Gaming started to turn it on. Snakebite picking up that camo, Royal 2 picking up that camo. That's why the play from APG just to burn that one right around that 17 to 11 mark was such a big play, because you can see when Optic Gaming gets it, they really go on a spree. And now Str8 Rippin, they're down 2-0 in the series. They're going to try to give Optic Gaming a taste of their own medicine with a reverse sweep, starting off with Coliseum CTF, which they're very solid on. Even the rest of these game types, they're fairly good at, but being down 0-2 is not doing themselves any favor as we go ahead and take a look at the stats. Overall, APG dropping some serious assists, 11 for the team, but 5 and 13. Denoxide 6 and 14 overall. The big story, though, definitely Snakebite, 13, 11, and 5. The guy is doing it all, Kyle.
It was just kind of crazy watching him play. And, you know, speaking about damage, not only is he the most positive, highest KDA, he's got the most damage dealt on his team by kind of a significant, or in the entire game, I should say, and by a good margin as well. So he had 2,494 damage that game, a little over 200 more than anyone else. Just Snakebite, man, and it's you make an argument for who's the best player in the game. You know, it's been going on for years. You got the people that say it's Royal 2, you got the people that say it's Frosty, but
yeah,
if you ask Royal 2 or Frosty who it is, they're probably going to say it's Snakebite, because the kid is just insane.
Well, what's really, you know, important to keep in mind with Snakebite is that he's not like phenomenal. I mean, he's phenomenal at everything, right? But not one part of his game stands out over the other, which means he doesn't have very many weaknesses. And I think that that is the most important thing about Snakebite is he's great at the objective. He has solid callouts. He's solid at sniping. He's solid with the decision making. He knows how to use the rockets. He's always making good things with the overshield and the camo. I mean, and then he clutches up certain plays where you think that, you know, there's no way that he's going to be able to pull this off. So you don't see any flashy things coming out for him per se. It's not like he's making a montage every single time he plays. I would even argue that like watching a snipe down or you know, someone like a Shotzzy, you know, it could be a little bit more exciting to see in terms of, you know, the YYs and the mechanics, but it's just solid overall Halo coming out from Snakebite. The dude is literally a rock when he plays.
Yep. And as we go into CTF Coliseum, this is going to be Matt, and I'm still not counting Str8 out, because Str8 is a team that can have just those phenomenal games, but sometimes struggles to carry it out through an entire series. So as long as they keep their heads up, they can still come out and take this one. And it's just a game type that they are going to be strong at, but you got to have the first thing is keep that sniper rifle out of pretty much anyone on Optic's hands.
Exactly. So many weapons here. Rockets, sniper rifle. Ooh, look at this pull coming out to start the game. I believe that was Heinz maybe going for that one. He does drop it. You can see he did have the flag, and he did get killed by the DMR there from Royal 2. As Ace does have the sniper rifle, and Ace, he is possibly, arguably, the best sniper out of all 8 of these players, but he's going to get dropped immediately. Definitely him and Royal 2 would duke it out for that battle, but love watching him do serious work with that weapon as Denoxide has the rockets here. both weapons in the hands of Str8 Rippin, but it doesn't look like they were able to advance on the map quite yet. As you can see, a couple YY grenades coming in. Snakebite has Denoxide caught over here. What you got to be worried about is that Snakebite is just distracting for the players that are pushing over towards the snipe side. And there it is. Lethal's going to immediately peel Denoxide's wig off. Those rockets are not going anywhere as Frosty, he picks up the double kill, rotating for the triple kill onto APG. APG with the 180 beatdown, however, and the big thing are those rockets. Who was able to pick those up? They are still on the map. You can see no one has quite grabbed them. Denoxide was the one that died with them, but it doesn't look like Str8 grabbed him. It doesn't look like Optic grabbed him. And Royal too, he doesn't need any rockets. He's just going with his fist.
I'm looking around the other side of the map here. Denoxide gets a double kill there. It's a great job by him breaking open the map again. Str8's pretty lucky, honestly, that they haven't seen Optic grab a flag and move it across the map here yet. As we had players locking down rocket side of the map. You had all those slays happening over towards sniper side of the map, and they never even killed the player hiding at rockets.
Not at all. Two players stuck in the fountain. Ace is going to find one with the grenade. Lethal, that was a trade of kills. APG with the sniper rifle gets the peel onto Snakebite, so that flag is going to stop dead in its tracks. Royal 2 with the very nice shots onto Ace. Ace challenging, but he does have good map positioning to try to get his shields back over here and call out for that player in the maze. Royal 2 still just crouching there in front of the silver. Ace aware of that as he's trying to rotate and methodically push in towards the base and get slays at the same time. I do like this pull coming in from Ace. He still has to be aware. Royal 2 is still underneath the base. 2 kills going on over to Str8 Rippin. That's going to be APG with the sniper rifle doing some serious work. That flag's still sitting there, however. For the return, Str8 Rippin's going to have to put multiple players on that one. It looks like one player is going to drop. You know Optic's just sitting there baiting it. There it is. There's the return. First flag capture going on over to Str8 Rippin. Ace just slowly but surely pushing in there, just pecking Royal 2 over and over again, and APG putting in some work with the sniper rifle. Now we see Str8 Rippin getting some life.
Ooh, yeah, APG's showing some moments of greatness here with this sniper rifle. Ace has moved that flag, moving back across the map now, grabs one, got another player in front of him, one above him and one behind him. We'll see who's able to survive here. That's 3 dead now for Optic. Last player alive, or let's see, 2 come off spawn on elbow. I don't know where that last guy is though, Tom.
No, I don't know where that last guy is either. It looks like he's at the base pegging from across the map. Denoxide with the sniper rifle. That's Royal 2 inside the enemy base. So this is going to be an interesting turn of events. Ooh, Denoxide. I'm surprised he was even able to spot that player down low. Frosty sitting down in the trenches. He hits him right in the Achilles, and Ace is going to be able to get the kill with the grenade. Second cap going on over to Str8 Rippin. What is going on, Kyle? All of a sudden, these guys just picking it up, taking it to another level. They're going to have to close this one out, though, because you are going up against Optic, and Optic, they are no slouches no matter what the score is.
Denoxide, he is starting to heat up a lot. Gave him a shout out earlier. Like I said, I think it was his birthday yesterday, so you know.
I don't know if it was his birthday.
It's a tough call.
I still think he's 18, as he was like a week ago.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong on this one. But either way, what I think the real difference is here is this is the first game we're seeing Str8 play their own style, as opposed to trying to mimic Optic style.
Yeah, he's playing like it's his birthday, is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. So, you know, party like it's your birthday. And what? That was almost a hit. What? Those are the 2 closest headshots I've ever seen, but he still comes out with the win there. And I think Denoxide is the guy that's had several different insane double no-scopes. I'm pretty sure he's had one on Coliseum. I think he had one on Plaza. This is a guy who's consistently been able to hit the big shots.
This is it, though. Looks like Optic Gaming in a really powerful position to get this capture. And what you got to do immediately is focus on killing Frosty, because now they're in a position where they are putting this cap in no matter what. It's time to give it up if you're Str8 Rippin, as they do. Now get control. Try to get the weapons, but the sniper rifle was tossed off by Frosty. Heads up play by him. There was still a little bit of ammo left in that one. Lethal's going to drop with the rockets. I'm not sure if there was any left in the chamber for those, because that was quite some time ago. So now Str8 Rippin trying to push over towards that snipe side. You do have Ace getting a kill onto Frosty, and Royal 2's locking down this position. And one of the things about Royal 2 is he's constantly locking these down, but if you out-rotate him and if you kill him in an instance where he's been kind of, you know, locking down a position and not necessarily baiting, but just holding down what he feels is a powerful area, that is a huge opportunity, because that's just stopping Royal 2 in his tracks, taking him out of his game.
Yeah, whenever you catch somebody anchoring in a position, you're able to drop him real quick. You'll have a big opportunity on the map here, especially he's got that carbine, and everyone knows how impactful that weapon is. The damage output and how far across the map you can shoot there, extremely impactful.
APG getting the nasty shots on to Frosty, but he's going to get traded off there. And now it looks like some aggression coming in from Str8 Rippin as they're pushing in with their pistols. That's going to be 2 dead. That was a 3 dead temporarily, and then Snakebite shutting it down. Last guy alive with the grenade. Can he find another kill? He does onto APG. That's what we're talking about. We didn't see it. We just saw it in the kill feed. We just talked about it, but Snakebite, last guy alive, picking up that double kill. Almost saved the game right there for
And an assist. He gets the double kill, immediately pushes out, helps his teammate over at sniper side of the map, and all of a sudden, what was potentially another flagpole here from Str8 just turns into full map control with weapons over to Optic. Royal 2, he's even got a sniper in his pocket.
Yeah, and now it looks very unfortunate here as they did bring the rockets right to Optic Gaming. However, APG coming around with the flank as well, and also sniper rifle. So many nasty shots coming in from APG with the sniper as he just found another headshot there onto Snakebite when he was getting double teamed from 2 players. Hines shutting down Lethal with the rockets, and now you're gonna see a slow press coming in from Str8 Rippin from the snipe side, but even more aggression being met towards that catwalk area by Optic Gaming. So very impressive gameplay coming out from both of these teams, doing exactly what they should be doing. This is the area that you want to hold. Eventually they're going to want to send a flanker towards that rocket side, but you can tell they really want these weapons. Snakebite's going to grab that. Lethal has the sniper rifle. They're trying to control the cave of Str8 Rippin, so now they can make this window push with the rockets. So perfect execution coming in from Optic. APG, big kill right there, shutting down the potential flag runner. That should buy just a little bit of time as Ace trying to clear these guys out of their base.
Yeah, this is going to be a big test here. He catches Royal 2 before his shields get back. Now Flag's trying to be moved. Last 3 players are over here towards Sniper and Catwalk, but he needs to get this win here. Oh, and he gets it over Frosty. Make that a reversal.
Nice
Fantastic grenade there. That's a double. 3rd player over in the cave, not able to get the triple. Last guy alive on the flag. Make that a spawner coming off over on elbow side. Are they able to get it? Yes, they do get the reset.
What an
Big plays coming out of Str8 Rippin and Ace in particular.
Yeah, because Ace was able to win that 1v1 with the melee over towards the Str8 Rippin DMR side. You saw that he was able to, and then he threw the grenade, which was another swing. And but rockets are on the map now, so you got to watch out right now if you're Str8 Rippin, because Royal 2 is making his way up there. Royal 2 got a little bit unlucky with the rockets last time. Let's see what he does with them this time.
See, as he is pushing those over, just wants to lock down sniper side of the map. He's got 2 teammates over by Blue Cave. 1 goes down to Hines. Good job by him picking up that kill. The collapse is coming from front of the window. Great job staying alive. Not sure who was, I think it was Richie Hines there. And now APG working on a flank. Ace pushing out from below or in front of the base. They're doing a great job of aiding some of these rockets, just buying
living
time.
through rockets.
Yeah, there's been a lot of crazy people living through rockets today. Ninja and Saiyan in particular, I want to say.
Ooh, 2 kills going on over to Str8. Royal 2 still with these rockets. He can't find the 3rd kill over there, but at least they were able to clear out APG towards their base, going for the counter pull. I like that play coming in from APG. If that player wasn't paying attention, or if he was able to win a clutch 1 versus 1, we're looking at APG possibly putting in that 3rd and final flag capture here for Str8 Rippin. 3 minutes left on the clock. Ooh, Denoxide giving Royal 2 the business. Lethal has a good opportunity to run this flag, though.
Yeah, we'll see what happens as there's a big battle for pink control happening right now. As Str8 comes out ahead, you can see 2 members from Optic just fall short.
What?
No.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
I'm not even sure what just happened. Either way, not going to be able to connect with the melee there, so Flag is at home. They got it all the way across to the silver. They have a little bit of a numbers advantage, but don't expect Optic to overcommit or push this too fast. Good grenade coming in here from Ace, but no, he gets taken out by the grenade, and that Flag is going to go all the way.
Wow. A lot of that.
Oh,
ooh,
I'm just kidding.
Still sitting there. There was a sniper rifle down there as well. Snakebite. Ooh, he's trying to clutch it up again. You do have someone coming in possibly from the elbow side, but that's just so unfortunate. Lethal was able to live just a little bit longer because that melee didn't register. I'm not sure if that one hit the flag post or what was going on, but very unfortunate turn of events here for Str8 Rippin, as you do have Optic Gaming tying this one up 2-2.
Yeah, and we're just under 2 minutes left to play here in this game. We'll actually make that 5 minutes now because this is going to go to overtime if no one's able to put one in here yet. But sniper rifle, you can see that in the feed. It's over in Denoxide's hands, so they still have somewhat of an advantage. Make that a numbers advantage as a kill goes on to Frosty, but APG not recognizing the player behind him. But rockets from Hines will go ahead and pick that one up. 2 dead for Optic. Lethal front of the base with the sniper rifle. Ace not going to be able to connect or look quickly enough, and Lethal, they cannot let him escape with this.
Not at all, and very good job getting him before he was able to escape. APG taking Snakebite down to no shields over towards that snipe ramp. Ooh, nice thrust. Not able to land on the second melee, however, as Snakebite again rotating over towards the pyramid area. Looks like they really want to push over towards that snipe side. The knock side hitting the body shot, but not getting the head over there as Snakebite now grabs the sniper rifle and is in a powerful position, making his way over towards the cave for Str8 Rippin.
Oh, and this is a scary moment. Luckily, Snakebite's missing these shots here. Gets a little breath of fresh air for Str8, but of course, he doesn't. He hits the hardest one, but misses all the easy shots there. Generally, just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, Tom. And is that Ace coming off? No, not yet. So he just came off spawn in front of the base, but once again, getting double teamed already, and that flag is moving and grooving.
Yeah, that's a bummer. What a kind of cruddy way to lose that one. Lethal's the last guy alive, and your melee doesn't register, and he's able to push that flag out towards the window and capture the last one. That's kind of, you know, the story of Str8 Rippin's season so far. 250 to 49 losses. That could have went either way, and then that last run right there ends up kind of giving it to him. So that's a 3-0 there for Optic Gaming, and Str8 Rippin's still looking for their first win.
Yeah, I mean, even if they were able to take that one, it's going to be a whole nother story defeating Optic in a full series.